How about a little history from the hotel room? Because I want to tell you the story of a great American patriot named Joseph Warren. Now, many of you have probably never heard that name because it's been obscured and lost to history. But in truth, Joseph Warren was thought of by many to be the father of the American Revolution. Now, this is a guy you need to know about. You need to give your best little snowflake college try to be like. You ready? Here we go. Joseph Warren was born June 11, 1741 in Roxbury, Massachusetts, and he was a prosperous farmer's son. Now, after graduating Harvard, he practiced medicine and surgery in Boston. He had a long list of notable clients and patients that were both colonists and loyalists. His patients included the likes of John Adams, and he once saved 7-year-old John Quincy Adams' finger from being amputated. Not bad. Not only was this cat smart, but he was tougher than your grandmother's leftover biscuits. In fact, he was the only American patriot to face the British on the battlefield prior to the Declaration of Independence. That's right. Joseph Warren did not need a safe space or a puppy to pet. There you go. This dude was a general badass that wasn't scared of anything and didn't mind poking the British in the eye whenever he had the chance. Warren was twice asked to deliver commemorative speeches for the Boston Massacre, and the second time he delivered his address wearing a toga robe as a symbol of democracy, while British soldiers in the crowd held up bullets in their hands as a warning. Now, not only was that an Animal House party, but that's a funny way of telling King George to kiss his Valley Forge. Now, in addition to being a renowned physician, he was also elected president of the Massachusetts Provincial Congress. So if it wasn't for Joseph Warren, then you wouldn't know the name Paul Revere, because it was Dr. Warren that enlisted his good friend to make that midnight ride. That's called making history, folks, something that has never been done at a vagina hat rally. Now, instrumental in the Boston Tea Party, Joseph Warren also wrote a set of resolves that served as the blueprint for the first autonomous American government. You hear me, kids? Autonomous American government. We want it off the teat. Stop trying to get back on one. At the Battle of Lexington and Concord, a bullet struck his wig, nearly killing him. Yeah, he wore a wig. Okay, he wore a wig. He also got shot in the head and kept on fighting. He could put those big balls in a dress for all I care. He wrote a letter to his mother after that, which he said, "Where danger is, dear mother, there must your son be. Now is no time for any of America's children to shrink from hazard. I will set her free or die." Now, at one point, the British ridiculed the Patriots, saying they didn't have the stomach for battle and wouldn't fight. And Warren declared, "I hope I shall die up to my knees in blood." Now, just a general rule of thumb, when a cat says stuff like that, you don't mess with that dude. So while his contemporaries Sam Adams and John Hancock and John Adams were convened in Philadelphia pushing pens around at the Continental Congress, Joseph Warren borrowed a musket to fight alongside volunteers in one of the fiercest battles on Bunker Hill. On June 17th, he fought behind earthworks with the militia, even though he had been given the rank of Major General. He didn't have to be there. But once he ran out of ammunition, he was recognized, shot in the head, and killed. His body was stripped. He was repeatedly stabbed with bayonets until his body was unrecognizable. He was buried in a shallow grave along with another volunteer soldier that was a farmer. Now, Paul Revere was later able to identify the body by what was possibly the first case of forensic dentistry, because years before it was Revere that made a false tooth for the good Dr. Warren. There you go. British General Thomas Gage said that Warren's death was worth 500 men. It's probably because he was also sleeping with Gage's wife, but that's beside the point. Loyalist Peter Oliver said in 1782 that if Warren had lived, that George Washington would have been in obscurity. So go out there and live your life like Warren. Don't have to be famous, don't have to get all the credit, just grab the tools you can and go change history. I love y'all. God bless. See you next time.